Hello, Panthers. I want to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to our family across all 5 of our campuses who made it a point to bring in donations of personal care items, non-perishable foods, and other goods to help the victims of Hurricane Ian. There has been such a generous outpouring of support from our faculty, staff, and students. Last week, PBSC made 2 trips to deliver donated goods to one of Florida's great 28, Florida Southwest State College, which is in Fort Myers. I've been in close communication with FSW's president, Dr. Jeffrey Albritton, who recently said to me that unfortunately, they have not located all their faculty, staff, and students because in the town of Cape Coral, where some of our colleagues live, there is spotty cell service and electricity has not been restored. I ask if you will please keep the FSW family in your prayers. Matt Keeler, the director of PBSC's Emergency Medical Services Programs, has been in the front lines of PBSC's emergency assistance efforts. In his 2 trips to Fort Myers, Matt has witnessed the devastation firsthand and the deep, deep gratitude of the administrators at FSW. I invited him to speak with us about his experiences. Matt, please tell me what you saw when you went to Fort Myers.
Well, as a firefighter for more than half my life and a first responder, it was important for me to at least try to do my part to contribute to the efforts that are over there. It's really hard to put into words, even through pictures, just how bad it is when you get there. On the first trip, I did not see any traffic lights that were working. Most of them were completely missing. Thankfully, the National Guard was there to directing traffic. But as I first approached campus and I drove into the campus from the main entrance on the Lee campus, you're struck immediately by the devastation that you see. There's not a single tree, landscape, everything needs to be replaced. I didn't see a building that did not have some sort of structural damage. In fact, the building that we used the drop-off point for was missing a significant portion of their roof. The donations that we had on the first day, they were blown away by what we delivered. They had no idea we were bringing so many things. They really didn't even have the infrastructure to sort it, so we kind of just left it there for them, exchanged a few words. They expressed to us just how grateful they were because it's going to be a while before they get back.
I know that on your second trip, you delivered 100 laptops from the college, and we're scheduled on Tuesday to deliver 200 more laptops. Yep. Did you have a chance to find out what might happen with those laptops at FSW?
Yeah, absolutely. So when I dropped off the first 100, I was just curious as to where they were going. My initial reaction was they would be for staff and faculty, but the IT representative informed me that because they have no ability to do any sort of learning even on campus, these laptops that were given will be at least donated partially to the students so the students can continue to learn while they're trying to fix everything on campus. Unfortunately, they do have to go back to some remote, but this will at least allow them to continue their education in whatever field they're in.
Oh, that's perfect. I know I said thank you so much to everyone because this really has been a unified effort between faculty, staff, and students. But we do want to give a very special shout out to our EMT students.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about what they've done in support of our efforts?
Absolutely. So most of my instructors are old enough, as most of us are, to remember Andrew and the total devastation that Andrew put on South Florida. The problem back then was we had to wait for the news to report what they saw. Now these students are seeing the day it happens, the total devastation. So what I took upon our staff to put up on the students is to donate anything. We have almost 200 paramedic and EMT students, and almost all of them brought in at least one item. They have been an enormous benefactor for our donations. They couldn't wait to help, and they realized that this is what they want to do. They all want to become firefighters and first responders, so they understand that this is what needs to happen to help each other.
That's great. So Matt, thank you so much for your leadership.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for your commitment to our effort. I want to encourage everyone to continue to donate. One thing Matt has pledged to do is to have a conversation with the folks at FSW and find out what their continuing needs are so that next time we can make sure we're giving them the types of things that they actually need to continue to progress through this. As Matt said, it's going to take about 30 days to get back to in-person learning, There were 400 kids who were misplaced or displaced in a dorm. So believe me, anything we do is a help, but we want to give more targeted support because all of the other 27 colleges are also tipping in. In the next few days, we will be providing an update on donations for the post-hurricane recovery efforts. Drop-off sites will remain the same. Thank you to Dr. Barbados and our Student Services Department for coordinating donation efforts, and to each of our Panthers for your kindness. Keep your Panther generosity coming. Stay Panther strong, Panther proud, and Panther safe.